Hey guys! Yesterday was a bad day, but today was definitely a better one. I started the day by noting some points of the things I wanted to work on. I mainly wanted to work on adding interactivity to the game. Being able to move the piece is a core part of the game, right? So I started to add an input manager to detect any player input. To detect and move the puzzle pieces, I thought about two different ways. The first one was by using physics. Every piece can have a mesh collider or a box collider to make it even simpler, and this would allow me to throw a raycast from the camera to the clicked position and check if I hit a piece. That would be the piece I should move. The second way is less straightforward but offers better performance in my opinion as we don't have to deal with physics. When the player clicks, I check if we have a piece within a certain radius from the clicked position, and that's it. I still had to manage the sorting order of the pieces, but we'll come back to that later on, because guess what? I was still thinking about yesterday's outline. Yeah, I had to make it at least a little bit more enjoyable. So here is what I did. I used vertex colors. I colored all of the original vertices in black and all of the outline vertices in white. This is helpful because the shader will interpolate between these two colors and it will give us a nice gradient. I then used this gradient as an overlay for the original texture to apply kind of a bevel effect. This turned out much better than the previous one, don't you think so? After that, I decided to refactor the code a little bit because, let's be honest here, it was messy and it still is. Here are the first versions of moving the pieces. Already pretty cool, huh? Starting to look like an actual game. But as you can see, the outline is sometimes displaying over a piece, so it still needed some improvements. To sort this out, no pun intended, I decided to apply the following logic. When creating the pieces, I assign them a certain value along the z-axis in a decreasing order, so that the last piece is actually the closest one to the camera. Whenever I want to move a piece, I give it the lowest Z position closest to the camera and move all of the pieces that were in front of it one increment further along the Z axis. This logic helps me keep the same minimum and maximum values along the Z axis and actually looks pretty cool in the scene view. Note that this works for an orthographic camera, but not for a perspective one. Hey, gotta make some choices at some point. But that said, I might change my mind later. Still have 25 days left. I also added the possibility to grab the top piece instead of a random one close to the clicked position, and a simple board to actually have an idea of the bounds of the puzzle. As you can see, I intended to also add snapping at a piece level but also at a group level, but that's not for today, I guess. We'll try and add it tomorrow. I also want to add the possibility to zoom, light up the piece when it's placed correctly, and more. If you have any improvement ideas for the game, please let me know. I'm starting to think that I might publish it at some point. Who knows? See you tomorrow.